All right, welcome back everybody to another Age of Empires cast. This time we're going to have Babaorum here in the yellow versus Hera in the blue. Babaorum is, as you can see here, at least at this time of the game being played, which was I think yesterday or 2 days ago, is 2K5. And then of course Hera needs no introduction. One of the best players in the world. So yeah, we're going to have Britons versus Georgians here. So without further ado, let's get started. Right off the bat, Georgians start off with one of the new mule cart units. So they start with minus 50 food as recompense there. And it looks like Hera is going to kind of send his scouting. Other notable things about Georgians, their cavalry regenerates 5 health per minute in the feudal age. I believe this scales up to 15 health per minute in the imperial age, but that can be pretty crazy with the right micro. Their units and buildings receive 15% less bonus damage when fighting downhill. So if enemies are fighting uphill against you, you normally receive less damage. I think it's 25% less damage. You get another 15%. So it makes it a lot harder to push them off of hills, right? And when you stack that with the fact that their cavalry can regenerate, pretty nasty stuff. Their fortified churches, as this deer resets here for Hera, which is definitely annoying, but still he's going to go back and start pushing again. Babaorum is also pushing deer in at this moment. Their fortified churches in a 10-tile radius around them give 10% faster working speed to villagers. So it's pretty insane because fortified churches are also an area that your villagers can garrison to fire arrows, be a little safer from raids, though they do have a minimum firing range, unless you have murder holes, of course. Their unique unit is the Mansipa, I believe, is how it is hopefully said there, which is a heavy cav unit. I think it's got a little less HP than like a knight, but the more of them in an area together alongside knights as well, the knight line, the more attack they get, up to like +4, I think, from that, and they do get blast furnace. I think you can have +8 attack on them, something like that. They're pretty crazy. And for a little while, if I'm not mistaken, they accidentally were getting an extra bonus to buildings based on that proximity. I don't know if they still have that, actually. I haven't checked. It's probably been fixed already. I would hope so. Like a hot fix, but not sure. Anyways, Hera's deer is being absolutely annoying here. And we'll get, this is Land Madness, the map, by the way, a little bit Arabia-esque, right? Very open. But notable things, you have 2 berries somewhere nearby, usually. Though I'm noticing Babaorum actually not so lucky with these second berries. So Hera pretty lucky with that. It's not guaranteed to get the double berries. It's pretty easy to get them like one here and one here though, but not this time for Babaorum. Babaorum is the Britons, which get the faster sheep gathering speed. They get the extra range starting in Castle Age and Imperial Age on their crossbows, but they do not have thumb ring or arbalist. You know, their ranged line, their archer line. I get their longbowman unique unit gets as well. So basically with all the upgrades, including Yeoman, which is a unique tech for them, arbalists end up at 11 range and longbowmen end up at 12 range, but no thumb ring. So if you close the gap, they're very unimpressive archers, actually. It's the funny thing. They also can put down TCs starting in the Castle Age for half wood. So it's like 137 wood, something like that. And 100 stone, so they can boom very hard that way. You can put two TCs for the price of 1, right? From a wood perspective, which is just absolutely bonkers. So preferred comp for them is probably going to be, you know, pike line, like spear line, archer line, trebs, right? If they get like what they want. That's probably preferred comp as a barracks is coming up here. And one final note about Land Madness I forgot to mention earlier is the wood lines have this rock terrain around it, which you cannot build directly on. I know it kind of looks like we're building on it here, but there's like a tile here you can't build on. So you can't just wall to your TC like you would normally do in say like Arabia. You have to build like these little tiny enclosures with your lumber camp or with your mule cart in this case. Build a little enclosure if you want to protect from like scouts. So scouts are very, very high premium on this map. And I would say Georgians as a result are probably loving this map because their scouts regenerate Britain scouts, nothing to write home about. You can't get bloodlines. I mean, you're not usually researching bloodlines right off the rip anyway, so it's okay. But if feudal becomes protracted and you do consider getting bloodlines, Britons are going to be at a disadvantage here for sure with their preferred style of play, because just like if you can get archers to the wood line, that's great, but it's just a long distance to go and scouts are just so much more mobile, right? Here come 2 militia. A little 2 militia drush here. The scout already walking around at full HP and looking for some value from Babaorum. As Hera hits feudal and decides to start attacking a Vil here, and he's very confident in this because his scout will regenerate HP. So he's going to try to just be annoying, keep harassing, keep getting some damage in. He's feudal age, so his damage, or his scout is doing 4 damage a hit, assuming these have loom. Yeah. So he needs 10 hits. Normally this would feel kind of bad to do, but your scout's going to regenerate. And oh my goodness, he's actually going to get the pick here. I don't know, yellow could have helped out with these 2 Vils. I guess he didn't want to get more idle time. At this level, you have to be so like tight with your build orders to actually produce what you want to produce. You can't just like wing it. I feel like so he probably knows like, okay, I need to get an X amount of gold here in time to produce archers consistently as double bit axe comes in. Militia doing a little damage here, but being pulled back. And yeah, Hera's scout will slowly tick up, and men-at-arms is actually going to be clicked here. So yeah, you need enough gold to click men-at-arms. But if men-at-arms comes in, it's got 15 seconds game time. He's got to pull these guys back before they lose too much HP. 3rd militia arrives though. And I wonder if Hera's going to expect, oh yeah, this is going to be men-at-arms with the 3rd militia arriving this late. We'll see. Here comes the upgrade. 2 scouts out for Hera though, and his main scout is coming back and is already reasonably healed from that engagement. That HP slowly ticking up, and it's going to slowly tick up on all these scouts. You have to finish a scout, which is so hard to do with men-at-arms. Otherwise, your damage doesn't matter that much. Yes, it's only 5 HP per minute, so it does take like 6 minutes to fully... More than that. I guess it's, what, 9 minutes if you were starting from 0? Which you can't technically, but still, yeah, Hera's going to pull this scout away because he knows... Okay, that scout does go down. He knows every scout he saves is a scout that will have some value later, right? It's very important, but pressure from yellow been pretty good so far, though he did lose a Vil. But Hera's 30 seconds of idle TC time, so actually they are even in Vils, because villagers take 25 seconds to build. Let's see if yellow's going to try to like pressure down. No, he's going to go for the berries. The berries aren't walled. Definitely like this. Yeah, definitely like this from Hera here. Or I'm sorry, from Babaorum, but I like the idea from Hera here, but the spears are going to stop this. The spear combined with the Vils are going to stop this for now, and yellow getting 2 Vils here. Almost getting a 3rd. It does get a 3rd one here. Could maybe try to come back and get a 4th Vil. This is really good. He's now 3 Vils ahead because his idle TC time is only 7 seconds. But Babaorum's in a great spot right now. This mule cart should be task forward. Obviously, you know, this is kind of a little thing that... Yeah, and Hera even realizes it right now. And he's going to go out and try to attack these men-at-arms. Which, yeah, men-at-arms are kind of neutralized at this point. Kind of weakened to the point where they can't really fight back in civils. And now Hera's responding. Oh, and the archers were on the way, but 2 scouts against unupgraded archers is actually kind of scary here for Babaorum. And yeah, an archer is going to get picked, and the scouts are just going to heal back, especially like if you're only like missing 5 HP, it's only 1 game minute to fully heal, right? So yeah, these little engagements, he's just going to run in. The spearman doesn't attack. Okay, the spearman gets a hit there. That is a lot of idle time that you need to heal, like if you just want to heal them the full. But still, this is a good engagement for Hera since he's Georgians. He's killed 2 archers, and his scouts aren't really that weak because they're going to heal up. And now he's going to dive in, try to pick a Vil here, and try not to lose any scouts. He gets that scout away with like 1 HP. Oh my gosh. And he gets a Vil. So he's only 1 Vil behind now. And actually, yeah, he's literally just 1 Vil behind because the ILTC time is ticked up to even out from Babaorum at this point. And where are Babaorum's archers? Oh, here they are. They're coming to hit this wood line, and that's a pretty good target. But Hera will be able to send some scouts backwards, and Hera's got 4 skirmishers ready to go. Skirmishers so prevalent right now because this skirmishers just clean this entire army up alone. That's the crazy part. Spears melt the skirms. That man-at-arms is basically dead, and archers, of course, lose to skirms in a reasonably balanced fight. Of course, if you have like 1,000,000 archers or just like the best micro in the world, but it's going to be pretty hard to heavily out-micro Hera. He's very good at that micro stuff. So, yeah, realistically, Skirms just clean up everything Yellow's building right now. He's on spears and archers, and I do fear for him now. Because all you need is Skirms. And he's also got scouts to back up the Skirms, but really all you need is Skirms. And then he's got the Georgian scouts. They're going to just heal up, though. Let's see a scout. Or, I mean, a villager might go down here to this last archer, but no. Skirmishers are going to catch up. Hera's scouts being pulled back, the weak ones anyway. Healthier ones getting up here. Getting some spear hits on this one, though. Skirms are just getting kind of kited around. So Hera's still not doing too much damage, and it has invested way more food than Babaorum has. So Babaorum maybe can get the castle age sooner, though he's got less on food. He's got more on wood. He's pulled everyone off of gold. He's perhaps done building archers from once these two are finished in queue. But he has no other units queued. Is he going to go Skirms of his own? He's switching to stables. He's going to have to try to go scouts to deal with the skirmisher scout play. He might have to go scout skirm himself, which case, never mind. He's going to have to invest his food back. He won't be faster to castle age. Horsecaller are going to come in for Hera here and forging. Horsecaller gives 75 more food on your farms. And forging gives +1 attack for the scouts and for infantry. Basically, melee cav units and infantry units get +1 attack. And on the other side, we only have double bit axe. Hera also has double bit axe. That's your lumber upgrade in the feudal age. That makes your lumber go faster. And look at all these scouts. He hasn't lost a scout in like several minutes. Yes, they're all weak, but they're just vibing, slowly healing here. And this is absolutely massive for Hera. Babaorum is just getting out, like, produced. Well, not even out produced, just kind of out microed, and also just this bonus is so nasty. They're just going to slowly tick up. You see the health ticking up, the overall health between the units, right? It's crazy. The more weak ones you have, the more you're healing, which sounds weird, right? But, you know, they can all get hurt as long as they don't die. That's kind of how it works. We've gained 10 HP, effective HP, over the past 20 seconds or whatever. And now it's basically 20. Now a skirmisher goes down, but it's not the end of the world. Scouts can still handle archers on their own. And yeah, this villager is not long for this world, most likely. She's kind of trapped here in the palisades that she's trying to create. Archer comes out. Archer's going to try to back this guy up, and a spear is going to be produced. Or 3 spears pop out of that barracks, rather. Let's see how the skirmisher... But more skirmishers from Hera now. So far, though, good micro from Yellow. Babaorum doing a great job. Oh, but never mind. The spears have to be pulled back. Scout is taking some damage here. Hera now has more food in the bank with more vills on food. He has 2 vills down, actually, but it's not really impacting him that much. He's had less on gold this game because he hasn't been building gold units. So he's just gonna... He's thinking about Castle Age, is what this tells me, because he's put 7 on gold here. He wants to get the Castle Age soon. But Babaorum gonna push out, try to snipe some of these skirmishers, and still hasn't killed a scout in forever. These scouts are just ticking back up. And a spear goes down. The threat to the scouts is getting less and less for Hera. Hera has 4 more military units in general. He's got 11 scouts right now with forging and the first armor upgrade. Maybe he even wants to get bloodlines here. I'm not sure. He might just rather prioritize Castle Age, but bloodlines could even be kind of a interesting pick. But it would, yeah, I think he's just going to go Castle. It probably makes more sense. And get bloodlines on the way up. Click Castle, acquire the food, get bloodlines, the food and the gold rather. I think it's 150 food, 100 gold. Skirmishers can walk a little closer to TC. They don't take that much damage from it. So it's not a bad play here. He's just going to keep harassing. And he's going to just kill some houses. I mean, it's not like crazy damage, but it's just annoying to lose your houses and make sure you're not getting housed on the back end of it. Oh, and he found a Bill who came out here for some reason. I was very brave of her. She's going to go down. Skirmisher dies, but if they kill a spear, they did not kill that spear. But Babaorum's going to click up soon as well, but doesn't have a market to balance. He's got a little bit too much on gold, probably. So he'll be a little later to click up. About 40 seconds behind, give or take. Yeah, and there's bloodlines after the click up to castle. So now there's 11 scouts. Not a single scout has not died in so long here. And look at the HP just ticking up. Absolutely brutal. And yeah, it's just houses and farms we're losing right now, and the vill count is actually even. And the overall villagers killed is actually in favor of Babaorum by 1. But it just feels like Babaorum's in such a bad spot right now, right? Bloodlines comes in. Now we have 65 HP scouts with all the feudal upgrades that are healing. And when they get to castle, they'll heal faster. They heal 10 HP a minute instead. And they'll go for light cav, right? Because you're like, well, scouts in castle aren't that bad, Fairy. And that's true. Except they're going to become light cav. Surely he's going to click light cav. Going to get the padded archer armor to give his scrims a better shot against living versus the archers here. Well, just in general, but especially helpful against the archers. Just taking a peek at the eco back home for Hera real quick. Looking pretty nice here. Mule cart being tasked to get close. This is so nice. Saves you the wood having to rebuild lumber camps, right? They do cost 20 food and 100 wood, but still, they're just amazing. You don't have to build many of them to be able to task to your eco. And the Hera's just going to send 2 scouts back to track this because his scouts are so much more teched than his opponent. His opponent, I think, just has the attack. Yeah, and they don't get bloodlines. So his 2 scouts basically have the same HP because they're full health. Actually, they have more HP, right? So it's 135 effective HP max, but it's actually 100 HP right now. And his guys are at 130. So his 2 scouts might not actually win still, though, because 3 scouts hitting one of you. I'm not really sure exactly how that goes. But you're going to weaken this so much. It's going to lose its sting. Babaorum sees that Hera has reached Castle Age about 30, 40 seconds, I believe it was, before he would have. He knows this is going to become light cav, and indeed, light cav in the queue with husbandry and the second armor upgrade all coming in here. This was about to be a brutal army that could definitely dive under this tower and go crazy. Still probably could have right now, actually, but he was about to hit castle, so no need to waste HP. And speaking of HP, once again, he hit castle, so now these guys are going to regenerate faster. Twice as fast, actually. Or at least twice the amount of HP per minute. So yeah, twice as fast. Yeah. And he wasn't going for a second TC, it doesn't look like, but maybe he just didn't have time to click it before his opponent surrendered. I wonder what he was about to do with this wood he had banked. If that was going to be a TC, maybe like a siege workshop forward. Maybe more stables. I think he was on double already, so don't know. We won't find out, though. But yeah, GG's. I know this isn't the longest game, but I thought it was a pretty cool one. Very explosive. And also just brutal micro here from Hera and really utilizing the Georgians' HP bonus. And showing that, like, you can dive in and take, like, that, like, right off the rip when he hit feudal and started harassing these vills. Normally, that would feel kind of weird to do with your scout, because, I mean, getting the vill kill there was slick, but a lot of times you don't get the vill kill there, and you're like, do you really want to sacrifice scout HP? But with Georgians, the answer is probably yes, because as long as you don't get yourself down to like 5 health, it doesn't take that long to regenerate. Game minutes go by fast. They're 1.7 speed for those who don't know. So, like, it's 1.7 seconds for every 1 second of real life time. So 5 HP per game minute is faster than you think, right? It doesn't take that long. So you're building a couple scouts anyway as you get to feudal. If your starting scout got injured by doing something so like nasty as killing a vill or even harassing and hurting a couple vills that are out on gold, that now we need to be retasked to farms to be safe, or are just going to risk being out there and going to get picked by your first 2 scouts that you built. You know, this is something that you can absolutely take advantage of with Georgians. So pretty nasty play there. But yeah, that'll about do it for today's video. Hopefully we'll get some more, or not hopefully, we will have more videos on the way. I'm hoping to do more like 3, 4 a week. With any luck, we get real spicy here and we do like 1 a day, especially with these high-level casts. I'm really enjoying that, but we'll get some more self-casts of games I've done, win or lose. And maybe we'll get some casts of games that have happened on stream, which, speaking of that, I do stream. You can check me out in the link below, but it's twitch.tv/fairywild. So same name as it is here on YouTube. But yeah, and if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to hit subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. You have a great rest of your night, morning, or day, and peace.